Hey guys, today we are going to start our geometry unit. If the word geometry scares you, don't worry, we're going to start pretty simple with planes, lines, and angles. The essential question that you should be able to answer by the end of the day is what is geometry, what is a plane, and how can I find missing angles? Actually, you're only going to be able to answer maybe two of those questions. All right, we're going to go ahead and go over section 1 and 2 of the lines and angles assignment that is assigned on Google Classroom today. And remember, that's your assignment for the whole week. We're just going to go over sections 1 and 2. You're going to do 3 and 4 tomorrow. All right, and just a reminder that the graphing coordinates assignment from last week is due today, and lines and angles assignment will be due a week from today, March 8th. And you guys have, I think, actually 31 more days left until the end of the term. Okay, so this is all for people in class. Okay, so geometry unit, if that word scares you, it's really just measuring shapes is all geometry is. Here's what we're going to cover in our unit just to make you feel a little bit more comfortable. Planes, measuring lines, shapes, angles, volume, and surface area of shapes. Okay, we're not going to do any weird complicated things like this over here. Just things that you might have done before. Okay, starting with planes. Planes is just fancy math talk for flat square. That's really all a plane is. So there's one of your essential questions answered for the day. I don't know why they have to make it complicated and they can't just call it a square. That's just math people for you. All right, we're going to go over an example of like planes and intersections and stuff like that, and it'll help you with question number 1 on your assignment, planes, lines, and angles, the one that looks like this. So you'll notice that we have the exact same square that was on the slide, and we're going to go over this first one as an example so you get some free answers and so you know how to do 2 and 3 independently. Okay. So the question is, what is the intersection of plane TUYX and plane VUYZ? I'll be completely honest, when I first read this, like, as a problem that I was supposed to cover, I was like, oh my God, like, I am in way over my head. I don't know what I'm doing. But then, like, I kind of looked at the multiple choice questions and I was like, oh, okay, I think I know what this is now. What this question is really saying is, what is the name of the line between these two planes? So we're going to go ahead and just look at this picture and highlight these two different planes, T, U, Y, and X, and V, U, Y, Z. Okay, so V, U, Y, Z is just this orange square right here. T, U, Y, X is now this green square over here on the side. So what this is asking is, what's the name of the line that conjoins them or is in between them? And if we look, it's just U, Y. That would be our answer. Easy peasy. And it's nice because this is multiple choice, so you can kind of check your multiple choice answers with the picture over here. So our answer is UY. So right here on your assignment, go ahead and just type UY. That should help you with questions 2 and 3. I'm going to go ahead and skip over to question 4. Measuring lines, the reason why I included this is it's just a great way to kind of visualize absolute value. Remember, absolute value is kind of like this, where they say like a negative number or any number inside these two big lines. And what that really means is like, how far away is this from 0? So it kind of helps to think of it like a game board where like there's two different starts and they're all going towards this middle finish space. We don't really think of this in terms of like negative and positive. We just think like, oh, this start is 1, 2, 3 spaces away from the middle. The start is 1, 2, 3 spaces away from the middle. So that's just a way to think of absolute values. So for example, the absolute value of -3 would just be 3. It's 3 spaces away from 0. So that's why we're doing this line thing, is because it's a great way to make sure that you guys kind of like have that absolute value understanding in your brains already. All right, so question 4 says find AC. We're actually going to highlight it, why not, in red. Okay, so what they mean is find the total like number of spaces of point A to point C. That's all they're saying. So you can go ahead and count those spaces if you want to. Or you could say, you know what? I know from A to 0 right here, that's going to be 8 spaces. Okay, right? -8 to 0, you would just need to add 8. And then I know from 0 to 4 is just 4. So if I were to add those together, I would get 12. So your answer is 12. If you'd rather just count the spaces, you can definitely do that, but you can kind of do some critical thinking so that way you're not counting the whole time. All right, so your answer for number 4 would be 12. You're going to do the same thing with 5, 6, and 7, and that is it for the day. Hopefully that's a nice, easy way to start your Monday because Mondays suck. See you later, guys.